It's about 50 degrees outside. Not too bad. Rained a little bit, but it's not raining now. So here I am. Hope you're doing well. I have my cup of coffee as always. We should do a little poll. I want to write this. I want to make sure I write this correctly when I do the poll. We'll do that another time. It's too complicated. There we go. You enjoy Mondays. Leo! It's so ironic you said that because my question for the day is, do you enjoy Mondays? And he comes on, first thing he says is, happy freaking miserable Monday. And he said that as I was doing the poll, so I had no idea. Yeah, that's a pure coincidence there. That was funny. It's nice out this morning. I was trying to learn on the way up here this morning. Since I have a bunch of viewers from India, I was trying to learn how to say good morning in Hindi. Jim and I was talking to me as I was driving. I wasn't typing, I was talking to it. And let's find Google Translate. Where is it? Where's Translate? I got my other phone here. There it is, Translate. And we're gonna go from English to Hindi. Let's find Hindi. It's got every language in here. You could translate to anybody, anytime. I've used this with customers at the post office that speak Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, but I could talk into the phone. It'll translate it for me and say it out to them. And we go back and forth through Google Translate. It's actually pretty cool. Hindi, there it is. We're going to say good morning. Woo! All right. Now, Google Translate was saying it really fast. The crows are really active this morning.
Shubh Prabhat.
It's Shoop Prabhat. Shoop Prabhat. Yeah. Shoop Prabhat. I hope I'm saying that right. Is that good morning in Hindi? Shoop Prabhat. SHUBHPRABHAAT. Shoop Prabhat. Yeah, I can't zoom it in, but Shuprapot. Shuprapot. You got Google Translate on your phone. Shuprapot. Is it backwards? Can you guys read it? Shuprapot. I'm sure somebody will get on here and correct me. It's Shuprapot. And then the next option was good morning, my love. I don't think I want to say that on the live stream. You guys are great, but I don't know if I'm in love with any of you. Sad to say. It was backwards. Gummit, backwards. I said backwards. You believe that? That's my Tennessee accent coming out. It was backwards. Backwards. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said that out loud. Superpot. Oh well. There was a cool story this in the news. This if you're a pet owner, you can appreciate this story. Somebody lost their dog and it found its way back home. Hey Austin, the dog was missing for 7 months and finally found its way back home. 7 months wandering around as a dog. Now it didn't specify if it was an urban area or a rural area. If it was any kind of urban city town type area, the dog was probably fed every day by somebody, you know. So yeah, the dog wandered around for like 7 months and just showed up at their front door. I've heard of cats doing that. Cats disappear, some reason get somewhere they're not supposed to be, and then they end up finding their way back home. And dogs can do it too. But it was a cool little story. Made its way back. Happy little dog. Back home with his family. We got a post office customer coming in. I think they're just going to drop mail off in the blue box. There's this junk mail that I got in the mail in mailbox, and some card in there, and they have another envelope inside that envelope with a stamp on it. And it's kind of annoying. I'm not going to say who it was or what it was about, but they send this stuff out often, and it's just annoying. So I'm going to take all the stuff they sent me, put it back inside the envelope with the stamp on it, and a note in there that says, haha, you wasted 2 stamps, and send it back to them. Does that mean? I shouldn't do that, should I? Like, here's your stamp and your other stamp. Way to go. I guess that would be a way to get off their mailing list. If I sent that all back to them with a post-it note on it that says, congratulations, you wasted 2 stamps. It wasn't a waste as far as the post office is concerned. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to put it both in there and send it right back to them. It had the previous owner's name on it. And we've been in this house for like 6 years now. And we still get stuff for the previous owner. Random junk, catalogs, things like this. But I can't get them to stop. So I'm going to try this and see if it'll stop them. Another thing sometimes I do with junk mail is if I get those credit card offers. And they'll have the envelope in there where you can send your application in or something like that, because nobody uses the internet, right? You don't see them very often. But I would take, say, example, a Discover credit card offer and an American Express credit card offer, and I would put the American Express in the Discover envelope and put the Discover stuff in the American Express envelope and send them all back. And they have to pay postage, and I don't have to worry about them sending me credit cards. You still get their mail from 4 years ago they moved. Yeah, it's like, update your mail, people. Of course, you could just send that stuff back to return it to sender too. But yeah, putting one company's stuff in another company's envelope and sending it back to them. They have to pay postage when they get it back. That's how the company's postage works. Those envelopes that says no postage necessary. If you throw it away, they don't get charged. But if you send it back to them and they pick it up at their home office, post office, they have to pay postage on all those envelopes that get returned back to them. Why do you know so many Martinez? I don't know. I can't answer that one for you. McGregor, that's me again. It's Malcolm McGregor. Is that what I should go by? Conor McGregor. I still don't see that. I get that every day. I think it's just a trend. People do it now. Yeah, you finished watching Breaking Bad yesterday? It is a good show. You got to watch Better Call Saul, though. I think they did even better with that one. From Amsterdam. Wow. Well, good morning. It's a good afternoon for you. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. I appreciate it. Just a little morning podcast we do Monday through Friday at this time. Have a little cup of coffee and just kind of shoot the breeze. El Camino's better than Call Saul? I have not seen El Camino. That's the Jesse Pinkman spinoff, right? That's the right order to watch it. I watched all of Better Call Saul. I really liked it. I was super into it. I was super into that more than Breaking Bad. I'll watch El Camino. I'll watch it and see what it's all about. Watch that show. Breaking Bad was really good. Don't get me wrong. But the Better Call Saul was pretty good too. I'm in the Atlanta, Georgia area. And I'm sitting outside my post office where I work. And just doing a little hey, how you doing stream type thing. Yeah, I did it out of order, Austin. I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't get the show order, the chronological order correct. Has a 92. Oh, wow. Cool. You see, I don't know, here in the States, some people here in the South like to decorate their cars with Christmas lights. I live in Georgia, the state of Georgia. I saw this one car they had took and literally taped Christmas lights all over the car. The hood, the top, the sides, the back, everything with Christmas lights, and they're all twinkling and stuff. Um, yeah, it's kind of wild. It's not that cold right now. It's 48. The wind is not blowing, so it's comfortable. I am wearing a jacket. I could probably go without a jacket if I wanted to tough it out, but we had the birds chirping. We had a bunch of crows that finally went on their way. And it's just kind of peaceful out here, you know? You did that with your track hawk. What's a track hawk? I'm not familiar with that. I don't know what a track hawk is. 12 degrees. Yeah, they can keep all that. My girlfriend's daughter lives up in Ohio, and they're pummeled with snow. And I was like, well, have you contacted her to see if she's okay? She's like, she's used to it. I was like, still, it's a bunch of snow. You know, they call and say hi, check on your daughter. I think she did afterwards, but yeah. You wrapped your vehicle with lights and ruined the paint? Oh, man. Okay, it's a Jeep, decked out Jeep. That's cool. But I think they use painter's tape, this particular car. That painter tape peels off real easy. If they use duct tape or something, that would have been funny. But no, I think they use painter's tape, the blue tape. In Ohio. Yeah, I visited Ohio. We went and visited her daughter, my girlfriend's Rachel's daughter, and it's a really cool place. It's not bad. It's just another city, really. It was interesting. It's cool. The town she lives in, you could tell the neighborhoods are really old because the way the houses are built and how they're real close to each other and stuff. Yeah. Happy holidays. It's nothing special. Wellington, Ohio is nothing special. You don't have a claim to fame. There's no historical figure or fact that can be proclaimed about Wellington, Ohio. This little town I'm in likes magnolias. It's like their little thing they do here. Another town, they have there's a lot of small towns around where I live. You have 5 pizza places. No claim to fame, but we got 5 pizza places and 4 auto parts stores. You got everything you need. What else do you need? DeWalt or Milwaukee? I've never used Milwaukee tools. I've used DeWalt. They're pretty good. I currently own Black & Decker, which is technically the same company as DeWalt, but cheaper. And yeah, they're not as robust as a DeWalt tool, but they serve my purpose well. I'm not building houses and things like that. It's just projects around the house, you know. I look like Conor McGregor in a good way. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I don't have any lawsuits against me. And I'm not in court for, was it harassment or something? I don't know if he did sexual harassment or some woman ended up suing him because of his bad behavior. And, yeah. I had a DeWalt drill for a while, and then the batteries died. And I was like, the price of the batteries, you could buy a whole nother drill. Which was kind of silly. The drill itself was fine. I don't know. I don't know why I switched over. I don't know why I switched over to Black & Decker. It was cheaper, and they got the whole line of things you can get your tools with. You know, you can put the battery in this and battery in that. Milwaukee's a good brand. I don't give it. I'm not knocking it or anything. Good gosh. Your hand tool, you've been using it too hard if it's throwing sparks and smoking and everything. What were you doing, man? You spray it with brake cleaner. They had this contact cleaner for electronics that would probably be better than brake cleaner. And it's more like an ethanol type spray. And when you spray it'll break away like brake cleaner, any corrosion and stuff like that, but it evaporates real fast. It doesn't leave any residue. So the electronics cleaner would probably work better if you're spraying it inside electronics. I don't know. Harbor Freight. that store, it just seems cheap. I don't know. I don't like getting stuff there. Yeah. But DeWalt for like 12 years. Can't complain. Harbor Freight Hercules top budget tools. I mean, I've collected tools over the years, working on kinds of stuff, past 30 years, and I've got Craftsman tools when Craftsman was good, and it was owned by Sears, and you could take it back and swap it out, and they didn't even care if you broke a ratchet or anything. One of their tools, they would just swap it out. And then Lowe's bought Craftsman, but I don't know if it's the same quality Craftsman now that Lowe's owns it. And then when I asked them, I said, what's the warranty going to be like if Lowe's owns Craftsman? And they were kind of baffled, like they never heard it or something. They didn't know how to answer it, basically. Craftsman is junk. It is now. I mean, I still have a bunch of Craftsman tools. I've got like I said, wrenches and sockets and other, Allen wrench sets, key sets and stuff, and they're great. I've had them forever. I'll probably keep them forever, You're just a cat in a box. We've got cats at the house, and they love boxes. They're like kids. You can buy them toys, and they'll play with the box. Yep. Every time we get an Amazon box, and Rachel orders all kinds of stuff for the cats all the time. And she'll be putting little cat condos and cat this and cat there, and they'll play in the box with a piece of paper and totally ignore the stuff she bought for them. So yeah. Ryobi, people love. My brother loves Ryobi tools. He's got the whole set, of different stuff. I mean, everybody likes their own thing. Like cars, Some people like Toyota. Some people like Ford, I like my Subaru. I mean, I think for the majority of tools and cars, if you take care of them, they're going to last. Ryobi sucks. We got a power tool war going on today. You don't have cats in your house? Rigid and, oh yeah. Red Army. I've never heard of Red Army. So I guess today's subject is going to be tools. Rigid is decent, right? Wait, I have a skill saw, an actual skill saw from 30 years ago that was actually made in the United States. It says on there, made in USA. Still runs great. I cut the cord in half by accident one time. I had to use some electrical tape and patch that up, but the circular saw still runs great. No, I've never had to do anything to it. But that skill saw, it's a cool. I like to keep that. I'll keep that forever, Some other little stuff, but like I said, most of the Craftsman stuff I bought years ago, and I've only had to replace. I replaced a ratchet twice, and it was a short ratchet, and I had a cheater bar on it, a long pipe, trying to break this nut loose, and I was it was on there so damn tight. I had this 3-foot pipe on the end of the ratchet, and I was hitting it with a sledgehammer, and it finally popped the nut loose, but it tore the gears up inside the ratchet. And hey, Istanbul, and go downtown for a change. I was learning how to say good morning in different languages this morning, but we got off on a tangent about power tools this morning. Yeah, that circular saw, it doesn't have the auto brake and stuff like that, so when you let go of it, it stays spinning for another 30 seconds. It's not the safest saw out there in the market, but it does have a little safety button. You got to hit the trigger before you can pull the other one. It does have that. Yeah, some of these saws now have these brakes on them. When you let go, they stop. But not this guy. You'll walk away, come back, and it's still spinning. So yeah, I wonder how many fingers those saws took off. a lot of these tools, I mean, a lot of things we buy, appliances, electronics and stuff, they're all disposable. You can't buy parts to fix half this stuff anymore. They glue it together, and it's just circuit boards, and there's no way to fix stuff. I like tinkering stuff and fixing things if I can, you know? I actually work for the post office, and there's the post office building right there. Bloop. And there's a little bench out here that I get to sit on and chat with you guys. Impact driver. They're going so fast, the comments. Quantity over quality, yeah. And then, like I said, you can't buy parts and pieces for half the stuff you have anymore. The saws and drills and things like that. And you can't change the bush. A lot of them are brushless motors now, so there's not like bushings you can change out and repair them in any way. If it burns up, it's just done. You toss it in the trash. Change your mind at 3:30 p.m. You didn't want to go into town? Yeah, go tomorrow. Go tomorrow. 12-volt impact in the market in Milwaukee? Huh. Well, my Black & Deckers are 20 volts. And they do pretty good. They do pretty good. I work behind the counter. I sell stamps and process packages and mail here in this building. I don't drive around house to house. And no, I have a key to get inside. I can go inside, but it's against policy to video or film inside a post office. So I can't go in there filming and sitting at my desk or while I'm sorting mail. That's why you don't see me streaming while I'm working. Can't use cameras inside the post office. So I sit outside. And when it's about 5-10 minutes till, I'll end the live stream and go inside and start opening things up. I don't know if it's every federal building. I imagine so for a lot of if you got a federal job, they probably, when you're behind the scenes, that you're not going to be filming stuff now. That, you know, they probably, if you had a security clearance, probably making you check your phone at the door. You can't even take it in the building with you and stuff like that. But sorting the mail and stuff's not hard. It's tedious. It can be very tedious. The hardest part is for the carriers that are out on the road is all the packages they have to deliver. Everybody orders everything online. Nobody goes to the store anymore. So the post office was designed for letters and newspapers. It wasn't designed for everybody ordering 50 packages a day. Yeah, you can't even put your phones in lockers. I remember I had a clearance in the Army, but smartphones weren't a thing then either, so it wasn't as strictly enforced. So, yeah. Rain, sleet, or snow. That is actually not an official quote of the post office. That just happens to be on one of the buildings in New York City. Yep. The snow, sleet, hail, and all the other good junk, rain, sleet, snow. That's a slogan on top of a post office in New York, but it's not like the official motto of the post office or anything like that. Office workers can be weird. Why do you say that? I don't know what you're talking about. I've been with the post office about 12 years now. I like it. You know, I'm glad I'm working inside a building and not running around on the street delivering mail. So, I'm fortunate for that. It sucks. These guys, when it is raining and nasty weather, they're out there putting mail in people's boxes and getting just soaked, delivering the mail all day long if it's raining. It's pretty miserable, actually. I couldn't imagine. I feel so bad for those guys that have to go out, guys and girls. But most of the vehicles, most people around here use post office vehicles. But there are some people who have to drive their own car too. There's the whole thing about that. They get extra pay to maintain their vehicle and stuff like that. But yeah. Do I like San Antonio, Texas? I've never been to Texas. So, well, I take that back. When I was a kid, I think we took a family trip and drove through Texas. Some, I don't remember. There's some kind of cave tourist attraction there. We can go in these caves and stuff. I can't remember the name of it. But I've never, beyond that, I haven't been to Texas. I don't know anything, one city from another really down there. I mean, that's just an old thing that's kind of survived, people using their own vehicles to deliver mail. It was just commonplace, really. Do I like the F-22 Raptor? It seems like it's a pretty cool jet. It's a pretty cool jet. I think China's got a knockoff of it going on right now, though. China has, I read some story that they've got a kind of a knockoff of the F-22 Raptor, and it kind of looks the same in a way. Good old Chinese. They don't engineer, they just reverse engineer. They get a hold of something, reverse engineer it, and build their version of it. A lot of stuff. Russia has one too. Bang, barely flies. I don't know, you got this stereotype of stuff made in China being kind of like garbage for the most part. Even though my phone and, some of the stuff that we use all the time is built in China. But I just couldn't imagine, hey, X is here. Touch a squirrel. I'm impressed that if your friend was able to catch squirrels in public. That's more impressive than anything else. If you can actually walk up and catch a squirrel in public, then that's impressive in itself. I've never been able to get close enough to a squirrel. I had them a few feet away from me when I was like throwing sunflower seeds down on the ground at a park once, but that's like the slightest flinch or move and they're gone, They are gone. Hillbillies eat them all the time. Yeah. Michael's here. Hey, Michael. My friend growing up, he would go squirrel hunting and eat squirrels. He would take a shotgun out in the woods, kill half a dozen squirrels, bring them home, clean them, and eat them. Does the post office weird? Yeah, they don't stay open late. We close at 4:30. 8 to 4:30 is the hours here. So yeah, they're like a bank. And it's kind of rough for some people. Have to use their lunch hour to come to the post office to get things done. Leave work early or go to work late. Yeah, there's some offices in the major cities, like in Atlanta, they'll stay up until 6. Some of them stay up until 8. Tax season, they'll extend the hours during tax season, so people can get their stuff mailed off. They don't do it as much because everybody does everything online now. But yeah, they extend hours, and then like they don't extend them for Christmas. So I think the only time they really extend hours is tax time. And there's some people here that'll still mail stuff to the IRS with a stamp on it and then wonder why they never got it. It's just kind of sad in a way. And then here I am working at the post office like, you have heard this thing called the internet, right? But there's a lot of bureaucracy in the post office. I'll give you that. I mean, I've never had any trouble mailing packages and writing letters. You just have to keep in mind, if you're sending something through the post office at least, machines are reading this stuff. So if you have sloppy handwriting and the machine can't read it, it's going to take longer to get there because somebody's going to have to pull it from the machine, manually read it, key it in, put a barcode on it, and then send it on. So if your letter takes 2 or 3 weeks to get there, you might want to check your penmanship. That could be playing a part. There's people that work at the plant and all they do is look for illegible letters and then key them in manually, try to make out what it says, and then key them in, put a barcode on them. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm a dumb American when it comes to the rest of the world. I'll give you that. I've educated myself, about things around the world. I have traveled to a few places around the world. Um, so yeah, I don't box or street fight. Nah, I'm not a. No longer. I wouldn't call myself. I was ever a fighter per se. Bar fights and street fights didn't never did it. As a kid, I got in fist fights with other kids when I was growing up. But yeah, as an adult, it's silly. I'm not even going to put myself in a situation. No, I don't think you were taking a shot at me, X. But there are times that I've admitted. People ask me questions, and I'll just say, "Look, I'm a dumb American. I don't know." I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong about stuff like that. But it's all cool. We can learn stuff. You guys can teach me stuff on here. We can talk about whatever, educate each other. What's the time? 7:40. We got 10 more minutes, and then I'll have to get out of here. My channel is growing. As a side note, though, I'm getting more subscribers and things like that, and I appreciate all you guys watching that help me along this journey, hang out with me and stuff. So I'm very thankful for that. From the UK, the big brother. Yeah, you're a very good ally. I'm top G. I don't know about that. I was hearing about the UK in the news that they're having, since they broke away from the European Union, their trade and stuff like that is kind of messed up. So they rely heavily on trading with the United States. And then now we're going to be imposing these tariffs and stuff. So, I don't know. You got to fight where you survive, where I am. Yeah, that some people grow up in neighborhoods where they just have to settle their differences and with fists, I was lucky enough not to have to do that either, I'm not a gangster. I don't even drink alcohol anymore. I've never smoked anything in my life. No. I like people too much. I don't think I could be a gangster. I would feel bad for people too much. I would be a horrible gangster. I'd be like, "You okay, buddy? You need a help hand?" I'd be helping them. They drop something. Here, let me get that for you. I would be a horrible gangster. They're like, "He's not on our side. What are you doing? Well, he kind of tripped over the curb. I was just helping him stand up." Thank you, Istanbul. Have a good day. Good trip to the city. These gang wars and stuff people talk about in the city and stuff. It's kind of sad in a way that they have to be in, gangs and things like that. You would hope that people can move past that in a society where we can coexist. Maybe I'm just dreaming of utopia. Honda or Toyota? I like Hondas. I like both of them, really. Toyota, I'm not crazy about. I think I would pick Honda over Toyota. Hondas seem more fun than a Toyota. Nah, I've already did my time in the Army. I did 23 years. I'm 48. I'm not going back into war again. Just as like a fad. They want to say they're in a gang. They're not actually doing gang stuff. Well, thank you. Is it Soxham? Thank you for liking the channel. I hope you liked and subbed. If there are Muslims, they don't stand out, I guess. People really don't. I don't know. I'm just in an area where people aren't screaming their religion at each other, if that makes sense. I don't see people wearing, the head attire that Muslims would wear. I don't see Jewish people walking around with yarmulkes and stuff. The Nepal audience really likes me. Yes. Well, thanks. I've been threatened by a crack addict. No, he may have been on crack, but I don't know. This one time I was living in Tennessee, and friends, a couple of us went to Nashville. There were three of us in a car, me, this guy, and his girlfriend, and we had swung through a McDonald's to get something to eat before we went into this conference thing. It was stupid why we were going there, but anyway, pull up in the parking lot. This guy was like hovering all over the window, and like knocking on the glass and stuff, and she was panicking. She was freaking out. It was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna die. I was like, so I got out. I was like, hey man, come here. You got to get away from the car. You got to come over here, man. You're scaring everybody. You need to come over here. So I pulled him away from the vehicle, and he's like, man, I just need some cash. I'm hungry. I said, well, we just went to McDonald's. I can give you a burger and fries right here. You can have my stuff, man. He goes, no, I don't want to take your food. And he kept arguing. He's like, look, cussing me and stuff. He's like, man, I just want to get some beer, man. Give me some alcohol. So give me some money so I can get some beer. I'm like, I'm not paying for your beer. I'll give you some food, but I'm not going to pay for your alcohol. But as I was arguing with this guy, trying to give him food, that allowed my friend and his girlfriend to get out of the car and get in the building. And he just wanted money to go to the store and get alcohol. He was trying to be polite and saying he needed money for food. But, in hindsight, people argue you should give charity, and what they do with it shouldn't matter. I'm kind of conflicted in that. I want to help people and stuff, but it's like, if you're going to waste it on drugs and alcohol, it's like, I really don't want to, do that. Well, on our Do You Enjoy Mondays, 43% like it and 58% don't. Poor old Mondays. They didn't ask for this. I don't hate the Air Force. Actually, when I was at my first deployment, we had a couple of Air Force guys attached to us at our base. And I would get, I'd tell them, man, you should get them to fly. And they would get their pilots to do like low treetop flyovers of our little base. And it was really cool, and they were really neat guys to hang out with. Kind of looked like Conor McGregor. I think that's the 7th time on this chat. Somebody's calling me Conor McGregor. No, those Air Force guys were fine. They were cool. I don't have any beef against Air Force guys. I'm glad they're there. I'm glad they're there. Hung out with some Navy guys. They were kind of different. Their mentality and stuff like that. When am I visiting Nepal? You'll be at the airport for me? Well, I'd have to save up money, get a passport, all that good stuff. But Maximus, if you want to subscribe, that is totally up to you, sir or ma'am. You take people in deep waters and they discover themselves. I think I've discovered myself a couple times in the past, and I'm not too crazy about it. To be honest. Yeah. I'm feeling better about myself as I get a little bit older, but it's taken me a long time. I'm watching the squirrel over here. He's burying something in the grass. The previous guy talked about catching a squirrel, and yeah. Thanks, Maximus. Full afterburner. Those guys would fly over, it would shake everything and freak people out. It was just, to me, it was hilarious. I thought it was great because I knew it was coming. I was with the Air Force guys as they were radioing it in. It didn't happen often. They only did it a couple times. But when they did, it was wild. And people were freaking out, hitting the ground and stuff like that. Didn't know what was going on. Yeah. Neuralink. I'm not sure about Neuralink. I've heard of Neuralink. I can't remember what it's about. And I did want to go skydiving. Our 730 Speedster. She's late. She's 20 minutes late. Looking at the time, it's about time for me to sign off as well. Yep, 10 minutes till. So, you have a lot more daylight. It's cloudy, but, it's pretty good out here. I wanted to go skydiving. I had a chance one time to go skydiving, and I backed out. I didn't have the money. They wanted like $300, and I didn't have that kind of cash at the time, so I didn't go. You flew some stuff over Afghanistan. Littered everywhere. Yeah, I don't know if I could. You see those videos, people being taken in jets and like passing out from the G forces and stuff, and their heads just flopping around while the pilot's like shooting straight up in the air and all that good junk. But anyway, I got to go inside. It's been fun chatting with you guys. Like and subscribe if you want to help me with my channel. I need what's called watch hours to build the channel up for monetization. And if you've got an old phone or an old computer just laying around, you could put it on YouTube, let it play my podcast, Coffee with Malcolm. There's like 60 episodes. Just let it run in the background while you're at work or something like that. And let it play all my videos in the background, and that's going to help boost my channel. If you want to, it'd be really cool. I'm just throwing it out there as an idea to help build the channel and stuff like that. But anyway, like I said, I got to go inside. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Bye.